David back in November brought up that he had accepted a job with ICE. I thought of that it was just a delusional thing because I'm used to him talking crazy, so to speak. So I said, yeah, sure you are, buddy. You know, I didn't realize that he was actually working for ICE until yesterday, and I was completely shocked because I'm like, how do you keep getting into these jobs where you're around guns all the time? I asked him what was going on. He told me that I don't need to be answering questions for anybody, that all I needed to know was that it was a justified shooting and that he did do it. And he claimed that this man had tried to run him over. And I said, I don't see that in anything, and I've watched it from all angles. All I seen is how the car was going in circle after the fact. And then he's like, well, I need you to lie about my character because this is what it comes down to is my character. I don't want you talking about any of the abuse in our relationship. Like, this is literally about me, actually. I told him that I was not going to lie for him, that I've waited years to speak my truth. I've been silenced long enough, and now I need to come out with everything because a man lost his life. So it was abuse, not only to me, but to our daughter. And even being divorced from him, I've dealt with harassing phone calls, threats of him wanting to kill me. I believe that this man was murdered. I believe that David's mental health played a part in what happened. I think what happened was he was standing there during that operation, had a PTSD moment, and hit fight or flight mode. And unfortunately, a man lost his life due to it.
Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Before we get started, I want to give all praises, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are preaching and teaching this truth with humility and sincerity across the four winds of the world to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous of the Americas and the Israelite stranger that has been scattered across the four winds that look like those from other nations and will speak the language of those other nations, but their lineage also goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as well. Okay, as you saw that video of that so-called white lady there, and the title of this lesson might be Edom versus Edom. You know, don't have the exact name of what I might name this video yet, but it'll come to me. So, as a lot of you probably know by now, the story of the immigrant from Colombia, which, by the way, had legal status to be here, got, unalive by this Edomite right here. You see him right there, this wicked heathen Edomite, took his life. But here, the latest news is that that video you saw of that lady, his wife, which I believe she said they're not together anymore, but he was an abusive husband. Was a real, piece of work, real piece of trash. You know what I mean? So, again, the Spirit moved me to make this video and kind of talk a little bit about that and how these curses are flipping on these Edomites over here, right? You're seeing Edom go against Edom. Okay, that was her baby daddy, which she admitted to everybody, and has cases in the past of domestic violence, beating her, and somehow she got information on how he did do the killing. I believe she said that allegedly he had told her that he committed the murder or whatever, the unaliving of the Colombian citizen, right? So she went on and pretty much just, telling the authorities that she heard him admit it and this and this and that. And it's got the information on it and pretty much blasted him out. You know what I mean? These devils out here are losing their damn mind, Here it is, the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is bringing judgment all across the board, man. You know what I mean? You're still seeing Jacob, being unalive, being lynched, and so forth. And that's, not trying to sound empathetic, or to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indigenous of the America, which go back to the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. But the Lord is bringing judgment, man. And this is why you have to repent, okay? The Lord warned us about times like this. We have to hearken into this 100% true gospel. We got to stick to this truth, and keep pushing it. Keep pushing this truth across the four winds, The Lord is working, man. Judgment all across the board, man. All at the same time. Us, Jake feeling the oppression, Jacob's trouble here increasing. All at the same time, bringing lashes towards the Edomites as well. Okay, the Edomites are feeling these curses as well now. It's slowly transferring over, because you're seeing right then and there that woman pretty much snitch on her, on her ex-husband and whatnot. Her baby daddy, right? So pretty much making him look bad, and he, I don't know if she had recordings. I forgot if she said that, but she's coming out, to the agents and the police and so forth, bringing out information that she for a fact knows that he did that. He admitted to it and so forth. So there's an investigation going on. But Edom is going against Edom right now, man. The curses are increasing on them. Okay, these curses are flipping over on them, right? Here it is. This fool, got that, thinking he's doing something. He's just a degenerate Edomite is what it is, man. And you give these damn degenerates a badge and the authority to do some shit like that, they're gonna do it, man. And they obviously don't have the mental capacity to think ahead, not realizing that there's still laws in the land. You know what I mean? And their dumbass now is in a position to be sentenced, right, by the very same people that gave him the authority to do that. That act. But being reckless, being all emotional, letting that demon run loose, it's got him in a bind now. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Either way, his face is exposed. First and last name. This is the guy, David Bruletti. The guy who unalived the Colombian citizen there, right? So let's get started here. Edom versus Edom, man. This is what's happening, okay? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand, man. And the kingdom is talking about the kingdom of the Edomites, man. The wicked ruling power of Esau, Edom, here, spiritual Babylon, a.k.a. America, okay? This is the wicked heathen nation that the Lord's getting ready to completely annihilate, man. But the Lord is long and suffering, and the Lord is just amazing in all his ways, man. Even when he's bringing judgment, here it is, Jacob's trouble, increasing, bringing hardcore judgment on the nation of Israelites first, right? But all at the same time, bringing judgment on these damn devils, man. Esau, Edoms, right? These Edomites over here, man. They're getting judged as well. You're seeing a lot of these fools go to prison for a long time. Some of them are going to prison, for a racist crime or something, getting raped in there, getting killed, man. Look at the builder the other day. He got caught. He's serving, I don't know how many years in prison right now, but constantly on the lookout, for somebody wanting to get his ass, And that's the position they're placing themselves in. They think it's worth it to do that. I bet you could ask them now, was it worth it? I bet you they won't say it is. I guarantee you they won't they won't admit to that, The lifestyle that they're living now is crazy, man. It's delusion that has driven these mad men, these vile base men, to the point where it's destroying themselves, man. Like we just got done reading, their kingdom is completely breaking apart right before the world's eyes, man. Okay? Right? Let's go to here, Matthew 7:26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon sand. And this is exactly what these fools have been doing, man. The wicked ruling class of Esau, Edom, man, they have built their whole empire, their whole system of government has built on sand, right? Has built on a fraudulent foundation, man. Build of wickedness and lies, man. Nothing but lies, nothing but rape, rob, and murder, man. Okay, and the Lord let them exalt themselves so high to the point where, when they do fall, it's going to be a devastating, a crucial, devastating, amazing fall, of spiritual Babylon. You've seen the people, their mind and their way of being, how they're acting, and this is a sign of their leadership, man. As the king is the people. Okay. Let's go to 27. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and a great was that fall of it. And great was the fall of it, the great fall of Babylon. Okay, that's what it's speaking on. Babylon the Great here, spiritual Babylon. And great was the fall of it. Okay, it's going to be such a devastating fall because, again, for this same reason I have raised Pharaoh up. Remember that scripture? Okay, this is what the Lord does, man. He's long and suffering, and he lets people pretty much gas themselves up, right? Exalt themselves, puff themselves up, and just knock that pedestal right from under them, man. So when these people are like 1,000 feet in the air and come smacking down, it's just a big extravagant fall that the whole world's gonna see, man. What a beautiful devastation is gonna cause, right? That's what it's talking about. Babylon the Great fallen. We could find that real quick. But this is what's going on, man. This is the temperature of Esau, Edom, and he's the one that caused this to happen. His own moves and mindset and way of living and being, and the world is all coming collapsing back on him, man. Okay? This is spiritual Babylon here, the two horns that their system of government that they swear by, that is above and beyond, and they are real haughty in the spirit about how great their government is, and you're seeing all the most worst, the worst, most vile acts across the four winds, man. Revelations 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. All right, it's speaking of spiritual Babylon here. Those two horns is talking about the political parties, okay, which go back to the plebeians and patricians, okay. And he spoke as a dragon, and that dragon is symbolic to the most harsh, brutal, draconian laws that were given by Draco. Okay, Draco, that's where that term comes from, the draconian. Okay, this is the wicked heathen empire of Esau, Edom, man, and this is why it's collapsing right before the world's eyes, man, and it's crazy. It's wild how you're seeing Jacob's trouble, but you're also seeing all these other nations and Esau, Edom getting the lashes as well, man. Okay, you got his own woman going against him now too, just like Eve and these Israelite women were cursed with the Deuteronomy curse, and we'll get that here in a bit. How our women, this was all been prophesied. Our women, for the longest, have been going against us, right? Just trying to cleave on to what seems safe, which is the wicked ruling power of Esau, Edom. Okay, you're seeing their women now just completely disrespect them, completely shun them, straight up call snitch on them, call the police on them, and these curses are drastically moving towards them, man. It's a beautiful thing what the Lord is doing, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. It's all at the same time, bringing judgment to the Jacob, the house of Israelites, all at the same time, bringing judgment to the Edomites as well, transitioning over the power unto Jake, beginning with the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, the elect, the hopeful elect men of the nation of Yasharallah, having us receive this beautiful treasure, the gift, having the spiritual power being activated in our people to bring this 100% true gospel, so they can have an opportunity and have this magnified mercy be placed upon us, while the heathen is over there, snitching each other out, having to go to prison, having to worry about getting shanked every night or getting raped in the ass, all these types of shit, man. If they make it that far, we'll see. How are you supposed to run a thriving, best government in the world, how they like to boast about all the time, when you got a huge part of them over there doing stupid, vile acts, man? You can't run a nation like that. While other nations over there still trying to, do business, man. They're over there. They got their mind on continuously moving petroleum, creating new EV cars over there in China. And these fools over here, fighting against themselves and also trying to push the agenda of civil war out here, man, civil unrest. And this is all they got in their mind, man. This is how that old Esau, that old vile spirit is coming out, man. That damn wild beast-like man that, doesn't have any brains, man. He's just out there like a savage, raping, robbing, and stealing again, man. And he's been given authority, and the Lord has placed the spirit of this wicked, vile man to be loose out here one more time, one last time before he gives him the death blow, man. The woe number 3 is coming to Babylon over here, Babylon the Great. Right, let's get this curses I was talking about, Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that man that is tender among you, okay, these are the curses that were given into the nation of Israelites. Okay, Deuteronomy 28:16 on down talks about all the curses of the whole nation of Yasharallah. Okay, all these curses you're starting to see pretty drastically flowing on over to these damn Edomites, man. You're seeing the women at levels I've never seen, man, all through social media. I hate the white man. White man ain't shit. He's got a little pecker. All this crazy shit, man. I mean, blasting them, dude. I like black men. Black men are better. They're more dude. Brown man. Well, I've seen these Edomite women over here glazing all these other men's, and even men from other nations, bro. Woof. Esau Edom is taking L after L, and still somehow his dumb ass still tries to, somehow, be haughty in spirit, be arrogant, trying to puff his chest out, thinking they're the best. This man is delusional, man. And this is why his wicked heathen empire is about to be drastically destroyed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Okay, let's continue. So that man that is tender among you, right? Because there was a time we was tender among each other, man, the nation of Yasharallah. And you saw that tenderness amongst these damn devils, right? But not with us, right? So these curses are flipping over onto them. So that man that is tender among you and very delicate, Salakia, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, right? The Israelites have been evil for so many centuries, man. Even amongst their own tribes, against their own men, right? His eyes shall be evil towards his brother, right? And toward the wife of his bosom, right? Even their own women, all right? Israelite women, doing anything, saying anything and doing anything to try to bring her man down, always dogging him out, in front of the wicked heathens, over there helping the assist of the wicked ruling empire of Esau, Edom, to screw over her man. Okay? Right, let's continue. And toward the remnant of the children of his children which he shall leave. Okay? All these curses, man, that we had, this you're starting to see on Esau, Edom, man. Slowly transferring over, man. All right, let's go to 56. The tender and delicate women among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and toward her daughter. Okay, this is all happening, man. You're seeing it firsthand. Esau, Edom's household is being destroyed, just like the Israelites' household has been schemed on, plotted on, to completely remove the father from the household, man. Judah has suffered a lot of that for so many years. You even see it now, a lot of it in the Northern Kingdom as well, a little later because, Northern Kingdom just was coming in here a little bit later, okay? But you're seeing all these curses, man. Their household is being destroyed at high levels. The divorce rate to the point where they have no unity, right? They don't have no foundation to stand on. All right, you're seeing the drug abuse skyrocket. They always, talk about the fentanyl crap that's destroying their household. They're the number one users, man. Number one abusers of the whole world. Everybody knows this, man. This dude is hanging on by a thread, man. This empire right here is just one big ass illusion away of being annihilated by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. The woe number 3 is coming here. It's right around the corner, right? Jacob's trouble keeps increasing. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of vile shit, a lot of fucked up death towards our people, man. But now you know why, right? Because we've been a rebellious people. We've been a stiff-necked ass people, man. Praising the wicked ruling empire of Esau, Edom, man, more than our power, man. More than Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? We've been over here doing whatever it takes to be part of this wicked heathen nation and not hearkening into this 100% true gospel, not praising the true name, right? Doing everything but praising the true name. Okay? And going back to our heritage, man. This is our true heritage, man, that has been hidden for so long, man. And here it is, this beautiful treasure has been found, right? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has released the Spirit in his men to bring this treasure out, man, right? So we could be spiritually activated, man, and get ready for this woe number 3 that's coming, man. Right? To the biggest test that man has ever faced, man. The biggest challenge, man. To see, the Lord's gonna see who you really stand with, man. Right? Who you really stand with. You stand with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, or you stand with the wicked ruling power of Esau, Edom, that's clearly being demolished right before the world's eyes, man. Okay, clearly being destroyed, man. You got to be a fool to, praise this man or try to be a part of his wicked heathen empire, man. All right. Of course, we do understand we're under captivity. We do got to be under this this wicked ruling empire, but we have to be, worshiping our Lord. Okay. You know, let's go here to, give me 1 second. I want to get this other one. Right? We're under this wicked ruling empire, but, you know, you could be, what's that saying go, part of the world, but not be in the world, right? Right? We're in this world, but we don't have to be part of it. Right? We got to live here every day, go to work and so forth, pay our bills, pay taxes, but we don't have to be associated with it. All right? We're in the world, but we don't have to be part of it. All right? We don't have to go over here and act like these damn heathens. We don't have to go over there and chill with these damn devils. You know, you don't have to do that, man. That's a choice, man. 2/3 of our people like to hang out with Esau, man, and kick it with him and do all this degenerate shit he likes to do, man. And then they scratching their head wondering, damn, what the fuck happened to me? Why did I get screwed up? I was at the party with them, and I'm the one that got locked up, or I'm the one that got fucking beat up by the cops. I mean, we gotta wake up, man. You can't be associating with heathens, man. And that even with our own people, man, if they're a bunch of damn degenerate fools, man, what did you expect is gonna happen, man? Okay, that's judgment of the Lord, man. Okay, we can't be that, man. We can't. We gotta be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, man, like Scripture says, right? Let's go here, 1 Peter's. But we're saying all that. This is not a political topic, right? There are laws set in place. The Lord said, obey the laws of the land. Okay, we have to obey the laws of the land, right? Esau, Edom's laws, we have to obey them. We're not being rebellious criminals out here. We are bringing this 100% true gospel, and what right is right and wrong is wrong. The Edomites got to deal with their own folly, man. That man, he unalived a man that was legally binded to be here, right? So he's in the wrong. And his own system of government allowed that man to be here. So now he's got to pay the consequences. Let's see if that happens, right? Let's see if, Lord willing, that judgment comes on him, right? Because he didn't do the wrong thing. He didn't do the right procedure to find out if that man's status had the right to be here. So wrong is wrong, man. He unalived a man that was allowed to be here, man. Okay, we don't stand with criminals. Okay, if some man was not here, you got to follow the laws, man. You got to follow the laws of the land. Okay, let's go to here. 1 Peter's 2:13. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. Okay, for the sake of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for the sake of the ministry, okay, for the sake of your people, okay, knowing that we are the true nation of Yasharallah, and we are obedient to the Lord, man. The Lord said to, submit ourselves to the ordinance of man, and this man is Esau, Edom, right here, his wicked ruling empire, right? Let's continue. Whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers. Okay, if there's any jakes out there doing evil, man, you get punished, man. You brought that shit on yourself. You know what I'm saying? But now if you were innocent doing the right thing, that's different, right? And this is what happens when we're under this damn wicked ruling empire, man. A lot of jakes too are doing the right thing. Okay, so we have to have mercy, a magnified mercy of the Lord, man. The Lord's really got to be dealing with you, man, because, we need this, man. We need this magnified mercy, man. We're are very vulnerable, man. Okay, the Lord himself gave authority to these damn devils, man. This is why we got to hearken into the true name, man. Okay, the Lord loves his children. He's not going to let a goddamn heathen take one of his men out like that. Not that easy, and not without a fucking payment. I guarantee you the Lord's gonna fucking fuck some shit up. Fuck around and mess with one of his children, man. Okay, you could fuck around with them 2/3, but you fucking around and do something stupid, and you're gonna feel the fucking wrath of the Lord. Okay, you're gonna feel the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He'll come and fucking destroy this motherfucker real quick. Okay, these goddamn devils keep pushing the limits, man. You know, they continue doing this shit, man. Once the Lord's Spirit gets on fire, man, it's gonna be ugly for these damn Edomites, man. Everything they have done to us, double is going to happen unto them, man. Okay, these goddamn devils keep pushing and killing and murdering, you know, innocent people, man. All it takes is one of his children, man, and bring a goddamn plague on you motherfuckers, man. Bring a death plague to this bitch, and the hundreds of thousands could be wiped the fuck out, man. Keep fucking around, Esau. Keep fucking around. The bull number 3 is coming for you, motherfucker. 1 Peter 2:14. Okay? Let's go to 15 here. For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. All right? That foolish man is Esau, Edom, man. All right? We're gonna put away, the Lord's gonna put away that ignorance. You know? He's gonna silence these ignorant goddamn Esau, Edom over here, man. All right, and his man that he's using is the hopeful elect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just end it with that right there. Before I go, I'm gonna give all praises, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are preaching and teaching this truth with humility and sincerity across the 4 winds of the world, to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous of the America and the speckled bird. Shalom, shalom.